Alright guys, how you doing? It's Rabea, hope you're all well. So in this video we're going to be taking a look at a brand new pedal from Beetronics. Beetronics, if you haven't heard of them, I'll link them in the description box, but they are well worth checking out. They make some of not only the coolest looking pedals, but the quirkiest, weirdest sounding pedals as well. I really love the brand. Great imagery, great artwork, great ideas, their pedals look stunning, they're built really well. You know, if you're into the kind of quirky, weird sounds, there's absolutely tons of stuff to choose from. But in this video, we're checking out a brand new pedal called the ZZOMBEE. So, just a little bit of backstory before we get going. I was at the NAMM show last week, last minute decision to go out there, and I actually met up with Felipe, who is the owner of, or the founder of Beetronics, and he came into the show personally to drop this pedal off with me so that I could bring it home and test it out. So it's a really last minute thing. He just chucked me the pedals like, please, if you get a chance to check it out, we're releasing it on this day. It'd be really cool if you could check it out and, you know, make a video if you have chance. And of course, I love helping those guys out because they're awesome. I love checking out all their pedals. So I was like, I will do my very best. And so today is the only little gap of time I have from getting back from NAMM and leaving for a bunch of festivals with Frogleap, which is happening tomorrow. So I have to basically shoot this and get it out to the world for you guys to see. So that's what this video is. It's going to be quick, but we're just going to get cracking with the tones at hand. But what is the ZZOMBEE? Well, I'm going to read a little bit about what it says. The ZZOMBEE basically is a one-of-a-kind analog multi-effect that delivers filter, wah, LFO, randomized filter, cross tremolo, swell, overdrive, fuzz, low octave, and a ton of buzzing, unique tones. So it does a lot. Sounds to me like it's that sort of, it's one of those things that has that cool LFO filtery kind of thing that does lots of weird synthy type effects. Looks like you've got an octave below and like a fuzz, so I can kind of guess what it's going to sound like. So you should be able to see the sweeps now, but I'll just go over the controls real fast. The bottom left foot switch, it controls the ramp of the rate, but it also works as a tap tempo. You can hold to trigger the ramp or momentarily start or stop the modulation. On the right, you've got the bypass foot switch, which controls the effect. So if you double tap it, it will start or stop the modulation, or it will even invert the ramp direction. In the center, just between the two foot switches, you've got a toggle switch, which allows you to move between two presets. You can go between live, preset 1 or 2. So in the middle, there's a toggle switch called the filter router toggle, and that basically set to the left allows you to filter, add the filter to the parasite control, and then on the right, it allows you to turn the filter on for the B, which I'm assuming is the distortion. In the center, turns the filter off, and when it's off, it enters amplitude mode. Next up, we've got the three controls at the top. On the left, that controls parasite, in other words, tap division, ramp up, sets the low octave volume. On the right, you've got B, which selects the sets the ramp down, and it also sets the instrument volume. In the center, wingspan controls the depth, but also the sweep. Top left, you've got the mode toggle, so filter on selects between three different filter modes. You've got ramp, LFO, and MAD. And then filter off selects between amplitude modes, which is parasite, X, and B. X, I'm assuming, is modulated. B is for the distortion. And then on the right, you've got a toggle switch which controls the buzz level toggle. It selects the gain level for the B signal, basically allows you to get more or less of that sort of fuzzy distortion. So basically, that's a lot of things that this pedal does, and I'll probably use it in another video, get a bit more in depth with it, but in this video I just wanted to get something out when it was released because I want to help those guys out, and I said I would try my best, and I'm just going to mess around with the pedal and get as many kind of cool tones as I can out of it and see where we end up, basically. That's the gist of this video. So without further ado, let's check out the brand new Beetronics ZZOMBEE. Okay, let's crack on. I'm using the 61 custom shop and running into the Twin Sister first. I have no idea what this pedal is going to sound like when I turn it on, so we're just going to sort of 12 o'clock everything and centralize all the toggle switches. Any reverb and delay you are hearing is coming from Archetype Petrucci after the fact. So this is the sound of the guitar straight in. Okay, so that's filter, so I'm going to put that at the halfway point. I'm going to put the B on, and I'm going to put that on LFO. Oh, you can see there's an LED already kicking off. I'm going to put it in off position. Let's just see what happens. Okay, so it's definitely weird straight off the bat in a good way. Like, I know that I like these kind of quirky, cool sounding pedals. So I'm just going to keep messing with the controls and see where we end up. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. That was with everything with the filter in the off position, because I just wanted to hear what the sort of modulation and the parasite controls do with the distortion before we get into the weird stuff. Even though it already kind of sounds weird, but yeah, let's carry on. Okay, so I think that with the toggle switch in the off position, the top left control allows the amount of like octave in the signal, and the top right allows the amount of like distortion or the fuzz. So at the minute, it's very much just like a fuzz overdrive, so I'm going to try that in front of the Kraken and see how girthy that is. So this is the Kraken and the Torpedo. Let's throw on the Zombie on top. I like the pick attack that it's got when I've put it in front of the Kraken there. Let's switch back over to the Twin Sister and carry on messing with the effect. So with the filter switch, when you've got it on the left-hand side, it obviously controls the octave. On the right, it says honey, but that's more of that like filter, like that really filtered sound. So I'll show you what I mean. Now let's switch to the honey side. I don't think it's meant to do that. I think that's some sort of feedback happening at my end, but it still creates a very good sound that you might want to use on a record if you got that sound. Never cancel anything out, you know? Okay then, well that about does it. We're gonna have to cut it short. Usually I would spend the next 3 or 4 hours just delving into this pedal and learning all the weird stuff that you can do with it, but I just don't have the time today, and I wanted to make sure we had something out on the day of release. So just messing around with tones in this video, getting to know the Zombie. I would like to spend a bit more time with it, learn what the controls really do, because you know, if you just chuck this on the board and have a quick go, you can get a little bit lost. There's quite a lot going on, and it's kind of hard to follow what does what, I would say. That's probably the only feedback, is sometimes with the Beetronics stuff, when they put a lot of stuff in the one pedal, it's kind of hard to work out how to tame the effect, I would say. But then again, that might not be the point of the pedal. It might be to just go crazy on you. It certainly does that. It's certainly one of those pedals that, for songwriters, band guitarists, band, you know, instrumentalists, should I say, these are the kind of pedals I would always recommend checking out for those of you in bands that write cool riffs and songs and sections and stuff, because that's where their uniqueness shines through. Like, I always remember, a great example would be Glass by Incubus on the Science album. Everybody, you know, if you know that album, you know that record because it starts with the DoD gonculator, that ring mod sound. Like, you just know that effect. Case in point, pedals like the Zombie and the Fat Bee and the Octahive, and there's other companies that do this too, but they serve a really good purpose when it comes to putting it in a song section as a key moment. That's where I feel like these really shine through. So if you're into that kind of stuff, you like quirky weirdness, and you're in a band and you want to write cool random sections and riffs and things like that, absolutely check out Beetronics and check out the newest iteration of pedals that they make, which is the Zombie. But yeah, that's going to have to do it for this video. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I will link the Zombie in the description box. As I said, it's a short little stay in pedal world for me today, but I will get a chance to revisit this pedal very soon again. But until then, I've been Rabea. Like, subscribe and share, and I will see you all very soon.